Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Fruits Basket Season 2, Episodes 7 and 8. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out our previous discussion. Talked about a lot of different things in that one. And let's check out what happens this episode. Maybe more gay AKITO stuff. Maybe more other things. Other questionable activities. Not that being gay is questionable. You get what I mean. Weird stuff has been happening lately. Let's see what happens. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. Is this the right episode? What the hell? Yeah, damn. Starting off insane. What the hell is this?
Where's his shoes?
He doesn't believe in shoes. Is the whole thing with AKITO just gonna be that he just loves the boys? And is that literally it? He just like wants ownership of all the boys?
No one can get married. I want you for myself.
There's something about a curse that we don't fully know about, but
I mean, the whole ability specifically allows you to not, hug the opposite gender. So, they're just not embracing the gayness to the full extent that they should be.
Yeah, I wonder if the more we get in, the more it's going to be overwhelmingly clear that this is like an anti-gay story, like through and through.
I hope not.
Because it kind of, like, the way, when you say it like that, it's like, it'll depend on how things end up.
I want her to wear that hat at the beach.
Yeah, missed opportunity. HIV positive. Shit.
Oh. What? Yeah,
Shigure got that dog in him. Does Tohru just look like 5 years old?
They're just like,
Little
we're carrying
do they know.
weapons. Bam!
You have to restrain yourself from dating a child. It's not okay. It's like, they must not know what's been going on recently. I mean, they don't, but. Is somebody gonna die?
I hope not.
Not the best.
Definitely not the best.
They all have pretty terrible parents.
Do we know much about Haru's parents?
Not a whole lot, but we know that all the adults surrounding him called him stupid his whole life, so.
That's true.
The only one with a good mom is Ritsu. But not even technically, because he's always ashamed of Ritsu.
I also like how they said that this is to celebrate the mom having the baby, but like I thought that they didn't know about that until like after they came back from the store with all the watermelons. It also seems like they didn't get anything other than watermelon. That's what happens when they go without tohru. Oh. That's a really sad thing to think.
Yeah, it's not. He's kind of rubbing it in their faces that she had a really great mom and they were all kind of abused.
At least he knew about it immediately. Like, smash her.
Hero's baby.
Break her hand. What? Just throw all that watermelon away? Absolute waste.
Interesting that he would use that choice of words, considering the fact that he was there for Toru's mom's death when she died in an accident.
Oh. I was gonna say that as a joke, but that's really sad.
Okay.
Like what?
Oh. Oh no. What's gonna happen here? Is somebody gonna just get fucking murdered right now?
What do you want?
Yuki.
'The one person that didn't get invited showed up? Good.
ともかくも挨拶しに行かなくちゃ。どうだい？散歩。あらまそう。じゃあユキ君は後からでも。おい、まさかトールも挨拶に行かせるつもりなのか。いや、ごめんね。
Don't apologize for that. That's a good thing.
じゃあトール君、キョウ君と一緒にお留守番頼むね。
Oh, this is just him trying to stir stuff up again.
猫付きのキョウ君だけは。じゃあ僕たち行くね。行ってきます。
じゃあ行ってくるねトール君。それほど遅くならないと思うから。やつだ。昔から
Just trying to ruin it for everyone else.
人を嘲笑って楽しんでるんだ。
元気にはつらつにですね。
よくわからんが落ち着け。
何かお作りしましょう。皆さんがお戻りになる頃には小腹が空いているかもですし、キョウ君は何か食べてみたいです。キョウ君はパンケーキがお好きだったのですか？
違う。食ったことがないから行ってみた。
Great joke.
お待ちしています。大丈夫？
Maybe don't hold hands on the
Yeah,
way
maybe
there.
not.
アキトさん、お姉ちゃんにひどいこと。
Just stop holding hands or he might cut them off.
それがとても。
Hmm.
そうだよね。前触れもなく来たものね。あきとかな。
自分の心配しろ。お前、アキトに好かれちゃいないんだ。
Why
He
doesn't
doesn't
Akito like him?
anyone. He either likes people too much or just hates them.
でも早く終わらせて帰りたいな。
It's so sad.
さあ、来たよ。
What if Hiro just gets fucking clapped up,
お留守番してもらってる。
thrown into the ocean?
I hope not.
アキトさん、奥。さっき暮れのと外から戻ってきたところだ。
Just wish that Yuki was here so that he could go with everyone else and not inevitably be forced to go by himself later.
本当謎だよね。不安ね。あ、レンさんがちょっかいでも出してきたとか？ピンクを口に。こんにちは、アキトさん。港挨拶に来ましたよ。
すぐ僕のところに来いって言ってるだろ。バカはバカなりにも
ですね。すみません。
くれの、お前は下がれ。誰とも会わなくていい。
たまにはクレノも港合わせてやったらどうだ。
なんで？必要ないよ。そんなことより、僕さっきユキ。
優しくしてあげたんですね。
当たり前だろ。僕はいつだってユキを思ってるんだから。優しく諭してあげたよって。なんだか、ひどくショックを受けた顔してたから。今頃どこかでしくしく泣いてるんじゃない？それってすっごくあいつってさっさと僕のところに帰ってくればいいのに、せっかく僕は必要としてやってるのに、あんなつまんないやつをさ。
確かにその通りですが、そろそろ皆のところへも。
The way he got up there looked so weird. Like it looked like he was flying for a second. See his painting in the background?
Yeah. Some red spider lilies
It
pretty
was in the haunted
prominently.
house, too. I don't like that.
Don't like that at all. There's a freaky noise.
I
What the
know.
fuck was
It
that?
sounded like a chicken.
まあ、ハサ。そして僕は腹黒いだけ。そして、ユキはいつまでも閉じ込められ。さて、一番勘違いしたままのおバカさんは誰だろうね。
僕嬉しいよ。
I feel like those two should have put someone in between them so that it didn't look suspicious.
大好き。
It reminds me of like Orochimaru almost. Like, just that like kind of... Yeah.
本田さん。そんなところで。
Is everything alright?
散歩してたんだよ。
え事しながら歩いてたらこんな時間になっちゃった。帰ろうか。
Okay. Why are you acting weird?
I think he's just not as phased by Akito because he's just happier and more confident in general. Whoa. Got like a magical sunset and a bunch of shooting stars all at
Meteor
once.
shower. What's happening? Did he like stabbed or something and he's like hiding the wound?
どうしなくちゃいけないのか、どうしていくべきなのか、それはとても単純なことで、単純だからこそ難しいのかもしれない。
開けたのですか？
アキトのおかげでね。ありがとう。いつも俺の話を聞いてくれて。俺の弱さをいつも。
Why does it sound like he's dying?
遠い忘れないでいてくれて。
Whenever the endings go like this.
Sketchy.
迷子の君を欲しかった。つまらない人間だと教え込まれてきたけど、あの時は、あの瞬間だけは落としてもらえた。それがどれほど嬉しかったかなんて。
I thought maybe I'd been born to put that hat on your head.
いつだって救われていたのは俺の方だってこと。ぬくもりを、嬉しさを分けてくれ。
This song.
惜しむことなく降り続け。だから俺は負けない。進んでいく。信じていけ。きっと。けれど。
どうしてそんな悲しそうになさるのです？
君が。
He's not turning.
あの空の
He's not hugging her, although it's kind of loose on what.
This is about as much of an embrace as they ever had when he transformed. Did he like take the spirit away from him and now he's gonna die?
I don't think so. I think we're just a little bit paranoid.
I feel like we have reason to be paranoid. Akito shows up out of fucking nowhere and then Yuki's all talking like he's gonna die. And at the start of the episode, Hiro's having a brother.
It's okay. No more Zodiac children can be born.
Yeah, yet.
Right?
Yeah. And then at the start of the episode, oh, another person could be, you know, yeah, new opportunity for new Zodiac. And then at the end of the episode, Yuki's all talking like he's gonna fucking die. And he didn't, of course, as well, he didn't say anything about the fucking hat memory. I don't really know if I have anything to say.
No.
Do you?
I like this episode.
I liked it, yeah. I just don't know if I have anything to say about it.
Mm-hmm. I like this little bit here with like Shigure's plan, and then
What is the plan?
I don't know what the plan is.
What does he want?
I don't know, but he's trying to shake things up, and then Hatori is getting all like. He's like, oh, you're a shithead, just like messing it up for everyone else. And then like later on, he's like, well, I mean, I guess at least you're doing something, and I'm not doing anything, so
Yeah.
I guess that's fine.
You mad? You mad, bro?
You mad? It's interesting too how they talk about, but Yuki won't always be that locked up kid that he used to be. But then, what's this guy's name again?
Kurino.
Kurino is like he's sitting in the lock. It's like I wonder if him and Yuki had like a similar experience, but he just like didn't try to get out.
Accepted his fate.
Yeah, he has like Stockholm syndrome and is just fine with being a servant 24/7.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's sad and weird, and Akito's just so creepy. Like, I think he's so creepy because he's just so, like, confident. It's like he knows that no one can do anything to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he can just do whatever he wants. And it's so, like, it's just so slimy, you know? Like, he's just such a scummy guy. He just comes, like, and again, though, they're resetting up the whole, like, Tohru kind of being, like, a better version of, like, a head of the family.
Mm-hmm.
When Momiji is walking and he's, like, thinking of going to see Akito, and he's like, I don't want to. It's not fun. It's not a good thing to go there. But then he's thinking of, like, what's waiting at the other house. And it's interesting how they have them set up in 2 different houses too. It's like Akito is just, like, this horrible, like, formal thing where they have to, like, sit and wait for him to come into the room and, like, bless them with his presence that none of them want in the first place. And then, back home, Tohru is waiting, and she's just so nice, and, you know, would cook them food and, like, just hang out with them. It's just sad that they hate him so much.
Mm-hmm.
This, like, crazy magical moment with the sunset meteor shower. Was he?
受け止めてくれた。遠い。
I guess I couldn't tell if this was him, like, talking out loud or talking in his
He was thinking about
brain.
it. They didn't put italics. I was confused while he was talking about it. I was like, is he saying all of this? But I think that there's no italics, so I think he was just thinking it.
But yeah, this is interesting because then it seems like this is what happened. Like, before we thought that, like, maybe something more happened. Like, she was the girl that he was talking about that got her memory erased. But it seems
they've been kind of leading to the fact that she got her memory erased, because it was also part of when the whole memory erase thing was introduced. Yuki was like super like, don't go to Hattori-san, and we were just learning about all of it. Like, there was just so much, and they were, like, tiptoeing around her, and she was always around for, like, some conversations, but not other conversations. They were really making it seem early on like Tohru got her memory erased. Now I'm not even so sure, but I'm not sure if that's just not a focus anymore, or if it was going to be set up that way, and I was just not starting to fuck with my hair so much. It's just really annoying me.
You get cut a little bit.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know at this point whether she got her memory erased or she just forgot. I think she got her memory erased.
I think she didn't, because Yuki just said right here, like, he described.
Thanks for not forgetting a memory, but that doesn't mean that.
No, but he described. Oh, I, like, helped her. She was lost, and I helped her, like, get back or whatever.
Yeah.
So, which is what she remembers, and she doesn't remember anything other than that. But we thought that, like, they had been friends or something, because we thought that she was the girl who found out that he could turn into a rat. Right?
No, there was 2 separate stories.
Oh.
2 separate stories. There was always this, and it was his wardrobe and, like, how he talked about the situation. We saw that situation play out entirely.
Different. Right.
I think that I still think she, like, if she didn't get her memory erased, it's why did I say it like that? If she didn't get her memory erased, then it was definitely set up, and it's just not going to come to fruition because of a different turn in the story. It was so clear, like, with how it was set up. But you know, we'll see how it turns out. Maybe it still will. But it was very clear to me that that's where they were going, and now the fact that it's just, oh, thanks for not forgetting, as if she didn't get her memory erased. She's just not, like, he was afraid that she just forgot, not that, like, oh, she got her memory erased and now I need to tiptoe around her because I have this memory that she doesn't have, and this connection to her that she doesn't have, which would explain a lot of, like, his affection for her early on in the show, and, like, his tentativeness of, like, trying to open up but also being afraid, and, like, the bond that they shared early on. Like, if he had this context that she didn't have, but she's just a genuinely nice person. I don't know. Maybe it was never set up. It seems very It seemed very
I think it seems set up,
obvious
but I
towards
think
that.
it also could have not been, and we could have just been reading into it too much because we're like.
I mean, I
looking at
rewatched
it.
every episode
I know,
with editing.
I'm just saying-
telling you, like, it was so, like, it was so, just
Yeah.
with the way they were setting up, the way they introduced the power, the way that they talked about her, when she's not around versus when she is around, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm sticking to that. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think also the memory erasure thing was focused on a lot more earlier on. Like, it's not, like, right now, it's not, like, a threat or, like, really that super relevant.
That's why I'm contending that
Yeah.
it was probably a bigger plot point earlier on in the story's development, and then maybe now is just not as big of a deal with just the way things have changed, and, like, with Reen being introduced and whatever the hell all of this could mean, it seemed more like it was going to be a bigger thing than it turned out to be, but maybe it might still be a big thing. We'll see.
Yeah.
Next
Or
episode.
Yuki. Yeah, next episode.
Leave a like, subscribe. Let's move right along. Alrighty, episode 8. Let's go.
また出かけるの？たまには一緒にヤンちゃんでしょ？
Kagura?
はるちゃんに
Hanging out?
なんと言っても今日それにいすずはまだトール君と会ったこと
かぐら恋はもうやめたら見てていたい。
どうしてそういうこと言
だって本当のことだろ。
Scar. See that on her back? She has a crazy scar on her back.
なーにまた
Like a huge gash scar.
でも随分経つけどあ、そうそうさっき別荘とか言っていたけどやめておきなさいね。ご当主も昨日そちらに
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't go either.
肩まで大怪我したりしたらママ倒れちゃう。キサちゃんの時は驚いたもの。
ねえちょっと待って秋田さん
そう秘書じゃない？なんでもしぐれさんが誘ったとか。
しーちゃんの
破壊したの覚えてる？
Just trying to stir up, trying to ruin everyone's vacation. I was wondering why Kagura hadn't shown up yet. I had thought she would be first in line to get there. That's her mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. She
I think
said
so.
mom.
I just couldn't remember if we'd met her before or anything, but she seems
She
nice.
seems fine enough, yeah.
Yeah. Best parent so far, possibly, just based on that one interaction.
Yeah.
Most sane Zodiac parent. Imagine if Toru just got her memories erased, like, at this point. How messed up that would be.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, that's why I was
It's like,
thinking that
they
maybe...
can pull it out at any moment.
Well, that's why I was thinking maybe it was meant to be a bigger thing than it might turn out to be, is because, like, one big reveal of, oh, all of my memories came flooding back and I have this big connection to you guys. But you can't just, like, erase the main character's memory halfway through the story, because then it, like, how is that
Yeah.
going to work into the story, you know what I mean? Like, how can you use that
それ以上
after the fact?
今日はあなたの声に耳を澄ませて小さな
本田君本田君どうした遅れた
それでわざわざ
すまないせっかくみんなで遊びに来たのに
大山にならないでくださいありますしこうして家事もできて
落ち着け
そうなのです今日も皆さんは秋人さんのところへ出かけていらしてこうしているのですけれど羽鳥さんが大山になることは一つもありませんのにお留守番の京くんと私を心配してくださっているのですか皆さんも
Ginger pork again.
ただの思い上がりでしょうかすいません私は本当に過保護大丈夫なのですよ
今日はこれで今日一人にさせるなよ
私は結局
He's worried about her because he has a very strong affection towards her.
秋人さんが一体何を
おいおい大丈夫か
Oi, 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 Erwin.
ただ少しことはこれから海に行ったよ
あ
泳ぐのってしましょう
I don't like sand.
Oh my god.
ゆきくん
Don't know
I bet
why
you-
you would think that.
Yuki, I invited him special for you.
ゆきくん、昨日は秋と何を言われたの？
Yeah.
本当のこと。
Wait, what? What truth?
いや、全然まだです。
Why is he upset by that? What does that mean? What does that mean? Is there actually something going on then?
どうして彼女が出てくるの？
だってクレノも12時だから。
12
だけど合わせないのも不自然な感じ。
不自然。
不自然っておかしなことを言うよね。他にもあるの？何かその不自然という
笑わないでほしい。
Treating him like he's
の
dumb.
っておかしいんだもの。そんなだから牛は笑い物なんだよ。傷ついちゃった？
なあ、それなんだ？
It's a sand pile.
何見える？
It's just a pile of sand, Toru.
What if Hana's family is actually a branch family of the Souma, and Akito looks exactly like them because he also has waves powers, and that's why he's holding everybody at gunpoint all the time.
You just
Everybody's
really
constantly
sense their
afraid of him.
emotions.
Well, no, he can like fry their brain
Yeah.
possibly.
何こんなとこでしょぼい遊びしてんのさ。
She says, "Oh, Kanari." When they come, it's the you say, "Welcome somebody home." They're on the beach.
でも大丈夫だよ。今度こそ。
すだち。
まったく春は分かって言ってるんだからそうじゃないんだか。
そういうのは好き。
何が？
なんでもない。
今ずっとここで遊んでたの？
キョウ君と砂のお城を作っていて、
おお、それはてっきり砂の山かと。
やはりユキ君にはそう見えるのですか？
気にしてるかな、やっぱり。困らせるって分かってたくせに。変なこと。でも、キスをしたことは謝らないかって思ってない。
Kyou. The kiss!
Did they kiss? Did I just forget that?
He kissed her on the forehead.
Right.
そんなユキ君にとってきっととても大切なことだったのでしょ？大切なことをおっしゃったのでしょ？その声は小さくて聞こえない。どれほど耳を澄ませても
そのことは言っていい時と悪い時があるよ。だからいずれとりあえず今の俺に言えること元気だから大丈夫だよ。
He's so marked for death. It's not even funny.
I'm hoping he's just having
What I'm
a good
saying
time.
is, for now, I'm fine. For now, Toru. So let's cherish these moments together while we can.
そうだね。お前もし今度アキトに会ったとしても
Kill him.
バカみたいに切れるね。あざけられようと知ったことじゃないけど飛ぶような空港は自重してほしいね。
言われなきゃなんねえんだよ。偉そうなし叩くな。
俺様。
かっこいい。
今はまだ遠いけれど聞く声。
ねえクレモン、
He's a hacker.
本田徹と会っておく？
What's she doing here?
Did she walk all the way here?
She's a horse.
But she has all her clothes. Well, I guess she could maybe carry them somehow.
優越感バリバリだろうね。トール君に対して取り上げてるわけだからさ。
I like Yuki, like, eavesdropping on them. Someone needs to keep an eye on them.
Isolate her?
って存在駆除されるべきかな。
Excuse
で
me?
もほら、僕根が優しいから、今楽しい気分を恵んであげてもいいかなって。僕直々に君を紹介してくれのも、ちゃんと十二支の一員らしくするんだよ。君は劣っているから、その後はまた一人ぼっちに逆戻りだね。あのブスはここにいる間、一人ぼっちだ。せいぜい僕には勝てない。
She's not fighting you.
京君が一緒にいるんだろ
Oh.
化け物と一緒にいるって楽しい。
トール
So creepy.
土産
I think it looks pretty good. You need different sizes of buckets.
She's got the hat.
に気を使ってんだったら
And it's the sandcastle from the OP.
いいからです。それにもっと立派なお城を作っていたいです。
そりゃ壮大な夢だな
ですが、京君はなぜそんなに水が苦手なの
He's
です
a
か？
cat.
猫の先代も水は苦手だったらしいし
師匠さんのおじいさん、その数珠をつけていらしたのでしょうか？
ああ
不思議な数珠ですね。何
It
でで
is
きているのでしょう？
mysterious.
人の骨
Oh.
高名な坊さんだったか
Oh my god.
すっげえ昔の話らしいけど
Crazy rosary lore.
この赤は血を塗り固めてあるってどこまで本当か知らない
That's pretty badass.
少なくとも他人の命を犠牲にして作ったお守りなんだってさ
What?
それって変じゃないのか
Is that foreshadowing?
上に他人の命の上に成り立つ存在ってなんだよこれ以上ないくらいのものを奪っておいて踏みにじって
All this talk of sacrifice and then showing Shisho and bringing him up. It makes you think that Akito's gonna try and kill fucking somebody. Probably Tohru.
Oh.
Oh no!
Her hat!
The hermit crab, no!
It's turned into One Piece. She's got a hat and then the little hermit crab falling off and stuff.
And then he's gonna come in and sacrifice himself to save them. Maybe.
夢には叶いませんですよ。
のんきな化け物だな。帰るよ、暑い。気分悪い。でも分かったよ。一番の勘違いは。
とりあえず接触はなしだったか
This is just mounting. It's mounting.
ありがとうございました。
じゃあ俺使っていいか
はい。私は洗濯。それを常に身につけているというのは、京君にとってどれほど重いことなのでしょう。
I thought the laundry is always just like a bunch of white sheets.
私には聞こえて
Like every day. She's washing just the top sheets from their bed.
Oh no.
よかった。あります。
Oh.
She got weak.
馬さん。12時の。
リンやっぱりリンだ
Can she talk?
さっき見かけてもしかしてって追いかけた
The other ones can talk as animals. Can she not talk?
相馬一筋だよだしってどうして変身しちゃってるんだリン具合が悪いんだ
羽鳥さんを呼ばれた方が。
リン
Okay, alright. She doesn't like Hatori?
馬の姿で蹴ろうとするのは
呼ぶな。呼ぶな。
Alright, Jesus.
リン無理するな具合悪いんだ
よもやこちらで新たな十二支の方に出会えてしまうとは。 馬のもののけつきの方。色縁とはああいう方のことを言うのですね。そういうのもとても素敵で
Yet her thigh gap is out of this fucking world somehow, despite her being a voluptuous beauty.
She's so voluptuous. Is just as skinny as a rake.
Yeah.
誰かに振られたんだ。会いに来たのか。
うるさい。私がどこで何しようが私の勝手だ。いいか、絶対言うな。もし言ったら殺してやる。
What the hell happened to you?
殺すなんて。そんな
Well,
の
that's impossible. Because my life is already bargained for.
おもちゃだろ。言うな。絶対に言うな。
Why did you come here? She trying to assassinate Akito?
裸で単価を切り抜け出してきてるからでも大丈夫。リンのことは俺に任せて。出して。
ゆきくん。私にできることはちっぽけだけれど待っていますね。
待ってて。
Forever.
Yeah, like,
No.
Jesus. It's like every time people walk out of a room, I'm like, are they gonna fucking die when they leave? Or is this the last time they ever see each other again?
これでということに。
The rooster.
ではつまりは秋人
What the hell is she mad about?
She's having a really hard time.
But like, what did she not get to do or wanted to do or?
Bring Kyou here tomorrow?
嵐の予感ってや本当に楽しそうだな。
What the fuck? I honestly, I don't even know if I have a discussion for this because it's just like we're just getting fed nothing, nothing after nothing. Like it's building up. That's all we can really say, you know.
I mean, I don't think we're getting fed nothing.
No, by nothing I mean just like it's all cryptic. I don't know what's
Yeah.
happening. It's meant for us to be like confused and scared and concerned, and that's what I feel, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I like this beginning part with the mom just being a good mom, being like, you know, I heard the psychotic head of the family went on the vacation, so I think you should stay home. You know,
that's a
if he
W. That's a
beat the
certified
shit out of
W
you,
moment.
Then I would honestly be really upset. I can't lie. And also she took in Reen as well. She said, you know, she's been living here for a while, but you know, she still hasn't gotten used to it yet. Like,
Very nice.
clearly really nice if she, you know, because Reen is obviously really having a really bad time.
Yeah.
It's also interesting what would you say? Like, stop playing pretend love. Like, it's just kind of a...
You know what probably happened with her? I'm just putting this together.
What?
She probably got hurt as a result of getting close to Haru.
And then broke up with him.
And then broke up with him and made him feel like shit, like he was worthless, so that they would...
So that he'd be
see
safe.
that scar?
Yeah. You know, that makes sense, because I was thinking, like, they had been... Well, yeah, and Haru was like, well, we've been dating secretly, so no one knew, because we didn't want to get back to Akito. But yeah, what if he found out and then beat her up? And then that's
Because
why...
he hates ugly bitches. He hates women.
No, he hates
He's a
everyone.
misogynist. But he hurts the women. He hurt
Well,
Hatori by accident.
Yeah.
He was trying to hurt the woman, and he's always talking about, I hate ugly women, but she's characteristically beautiful by Toru's words, and he hurts Kisa, he hurt fucking Hatori's fiance, Reen. He's always grabbing up. He's grabbing up on Haru this episode.
Yeah. I also wonder if he's hurting, like, the women because...
Women are...
because...
I was just gonna... So never mind.
I wonder if he's doing that because he thinks that, like, if he hurts, like, the guys, then they'll just, like, try and tough it out but if he hurts the girls, then the guys will back off and like won't chance it because like maybe they would be willing to like stick it out for themselves, but they wouldn't.
They'll be
Otherwise,
self-sacrificing. I think that's part of it. I genuinely think, whether it's material in the story or it's just the author, I think that it's playing into the whole gay thing, that he feels possessive of them because he's a gay man and is like grooming them to be his like kind of sexual possessions as well, it seems like.
Yeah,
and that's why he's always hurting the women and scarring them up and
like
fucking them up.
he's like the like he's even though he's a child, like a teenage boy, he has a lot in common with those like boy moms that are just like super obsessed with
Devouring
their son.
mother. Well, that actually makes sense archetype wise, devouring mother, because like Kyoko was like this sort of heavenly father, but as a woman, and then we have this devouring mother figure, this like all-encompassing, these are my children, this is my domain.
Family,
yeah.
But I mostly care about like my perfect son or like this and that. But at the same time he does like shit on them at the same time.
This like Oedipal complex.
Yeah. It's like he's like putting them down but then like comforting them at the same time. It's like, you're so stupid and you're so ugly, but I'll always love you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stroke your face and your hair and tell you that I love you while I'm also telling you that you're a fucking idiot and you're terrible and you're never gonna have a good life, so you should just stay here with me. It's yeah. And now he just hates Tohru so much, but he's also like so confident in himself that he's like, oh well, she's just stupid. He's like, she'll never win. But he's acting like, he's like, I don't care about her. She's so like off my radar and below me that she doesn't even matter. She'll never win. And then it's like, she's literally not even trying to fight you. Like, you're fighting her in your own imagination. So that means that you are like somewhat insecure or threatened by her. Because if you weren't, then you wouldn't be saying, I'll win. You would just be minding your own business like she is and not thinking about it. I like this Kyou and Tohru hanging out together, and Yuki. I don't think that Yuki could die, but I think it's more like Yuki is
maybe Yuki's trading himself in so that he doesn't fucking kill Tohru.
I think he has just like maybe reached the point where he's not as shaken by Akito anymore, because the first time we saw it, when Akito like whispered something really horrible and mean in his ear, then it shook him and really destroyed him. But now, after he's been like hanging out with Tohru and like everyone else and just gaining more confidence in himself, then Akito tries to say the same thing back to him, but he just doesn't let it get to him this time. And like with the whole hat thing of the last episode, where it's like Akito always just told him that he was like useless and could never help anyone and was just, useless. Mm-hmm. But Tohru made him feel useful because he helped her. He helped her get back because she was lost. And then like even still, she it's making him feel needed and like he has a place and like he has something to do. So I think it's. And, he's hanging out with, he's not like scared to go to Akito's house. He's just hanging out there. And Akito still thinks that he has him under his thumb. Like, he's like, oh, Yuki, he's probably off crying somewhere. But Yuki's not. He's just been, thinking it over and like,
But it seems like he's death flagging himself. He seems like he's resolved to do what's necessary. Because he has that, like, it seems like you're right, he is like resolved and is a lot less shaken, but that's that's because of some sort of resolution I think he has within him. Mm-hmm. Because he's like, the way he's saying like, oh, I'll be fine, at least for now, that's all you need to know, someday I'll tell you the truth. And then we have this thing also with Shigure being like, what did Akito tell you yesterday? And then he's just like, the truth. And then Shigure is like, fuck, like that's not good, whatever that means. I don't know what that means.
Let's see that again.
They've been using this ominous track as well. It's kind of freaking me out.
They didn't really look mad. He's like interested. He like, to me it seems like this is like, I still don't know what his plan is, but it seems like it's an interesting development, but it's still working towards his plan. I think that's the impression.
I think this is a stumble. This is a stumble in the road to whatever his plan is. I think part of what his plan, like, I feel like the key to it has to do with his dalliance with Reen. Like something with that, because she, I think, is going solo to try and probably kill Akito, or that's why she's like, don't tell anyone I was here. She's like incompetently going out. She hears that they're out there at the vacation house. She immediately leaves, tells Kagura not to come, and then collapses in the woods because she went there herself with no supplies. On a fucking, like strung out like an addict, just like sprinting through the woods, and then collapses. People find her. They're like, don't. She's like, don't tell anyone I was here. And then Yuki is also like, yeah, we shouldn't tell anyone that she was here. And she's lying to Haru, even though they had some kind of a relationship going on, probably to protect him. And now she's like, going rogue mode out in the woods. And then she tried to fuck Shigure. And I don't know what that is. Maybe she did that. Maybe there's something with their magic to where if you like have sex with somebody, it creates like an ownership sort of relationship. That's why maybe Akito is like constantly like grabbing up on them. Like if you're intimate with somebody, then that creates like some sort of a bond that has to do with the zodiac thing. And that's why she did it with Shigure. Can we look back at that scene and see what they said? So this episode is the one before this.
No.
And because he's like, am I that? Do you think I'm that simple of a man? He's like, all right, come on out. Because if there is, if the idea is if there is some sort of connection built through intimacy and through like mutual love with the Zodiacs, and there's like some sort of ownership sort of pact there, then maybe she's doing this to separate the bond from Haru so that when she tries to kill Akito, it won't like rebound onto Haru. Because like there's the thing with, you think about Kisa and Hiro. Hiro's like, I love Kisa. So then what does Akito do? He goes and beats the shit out of Kisa as like a sort of a mutual thing. And that's how he uses control, and it's all about control, and all about how sex is tied in with that, and intimacy is tied in with control and ownership when used negatively. So that would make sense if Akito like uses that sort of physically by punishing the people that they love as sort of a hostage type thing. What if the magic itself works the same way, or the zodiac shit works the same way? So if Reen and Haru like kind of love each other and are intimate, and Reen gets hurt as a result of it, then she doesn't want Haru to suffer because she was hurt. So, but she also wants to protect Haru and protect everyone. So what she does is she wants to go and kill Akito. But if she kills Akito and she's like pair bonded with another Zodiac, then it rebounds onto the person that she loves. So maybe she's out here trying to fuck Shigure so that when because she doesn't care about Shigure or something, or something like maybe she doesn't care as much about him as she wants to protect Haru. So she's willing to like sacrifice. She says Gure ni. So obviously they have some kind of like closer relationship, but she clearly loves Haru, at least I think. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's doing this to protect Haru, so that because then immediately she goes out and she tries to kill I assume tries to kill Akito under the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't really see if she. I mean, maybe she has some. Can we finish the rest of the scene?
She's like, you know what I want. And he's talking about a scheme. What's weird about it is we still don't know exactly what Shigure's plan is to like how this factors into what he wants exactly. Because we don't know who he wants to survive. Does he want to just topple the whole thing? It seems like that's kind of where he's going. Like he doesn't want Tooru to sort of take the mantle, but he also doesn't exactly want Akito to take the mantle. It seems like he just either wants it for himself, but I doubt it. He probably just wants to destroy it all. And is willing to sacrifice people to do it so that he's not bound up in this physically. And that, you know, his friends aren't either.
Yeah.
By his friends, I mean like Hatori and Ayame. What do you think of that?
I'm just thinking about it because it's... I don't know. Let's go back to the other one. I want to look at that again. Yeah, because we're getting a lot more of his, like, scheming, but we're not really getting too much more on, like, what he... Like, he wants something, but it's just pretty well impossible to nail down exactly what it is, and then that makes everything surrounding it so much more complicated, because it's hard to know when things are going the way that he wants and the way that doesn't want. Obviously, he's really happy that Kyou is getting, like, brought in. He also seems to want Akito to meet Tooru. He also seems to want Rooster Guy to meet Tooru. Like, it's like he wants all of them to, like, come to, like, it's like but the way that it is like it's so ambiguous on, like, what way it's going, because it's like, oh, he's, like, using Kyou and Tooru and Yuki, and he's also, you know, creating all these situations of, like, leaving Yuki alone, leaving Tooru specifically with Kyou,
Inviting
Akito, like, you know, setting it up so Akito...
Like what sort of mechanism, what sort of fulcrum is he trying to set up to, like, swing out and, like, you know, what exactly... What's his intended effect?
Is he trying to get the cat to, like, join in the Zodiac, because then that will, like, cause something...
Cause, like, an imbalance of power?
That will do something else. I feel like I'm okay that I don't have it, but I really want more information on...
What could the truth have been?
What do you mean that... Akito...
What was the truth?
Said...
Previous episode, it would have
Previous episode.
That you just went to the... Oh.
No.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Just front bit again, to see what he said here.
Even if the rain pelted down on me, the sun would shine again. As in self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice for Tooru, because kindness would still shower him. And he gives her his will of the hat.
I honestly, I really don't think that he's gonna die.
I really do think he's gonna die. Let's check out this scene. Let's check out both of these scenes. Put ideas into his head.
By inviting him. It's also interesting that the rest of those Zodiacs, like, feel like they really want all the Zodiacs to meet Tooru. Like, they're just feeling like a pull, like, such a pull in her direction.
Yeah, it's like they don't say anything. They don't give anything away with this dialogue. Like, really. Well, okay, here's the thing. Here's one thing we can take from this. We can be relatively certain... Okay. Can we be relatively certain that Hatori knows what Shigure's plan is?
Yes.
So, in that case, with the way Hatori feels about Tooru, we can be relatively certain that Tooru herself is not in the crosshairs as far as Shigure's plan is concerned. Because if Shigure was planning to hurt Tooru, I think Hatori would feel pretty differently about what he was doing.
I think the thing is I don't think any of them, like, I don't think it's a life or death situation. I think it is. Okay, that's fine. I'm saying what I think. I think that it's like Shigure said before, that, like, he's gonna hurt them, like, emotionally, essentially, and I think that Hatori really doesn't like that, because he thinks that they're just kids, and, you know, he likes them, and they're not doing anything wrong. They're just, you know, hanging out. They're just being alive. So I think that if Shigure was gonna do anything like crazy and drastic, I think that he would not want that.
That Hatori would not want
Yeah. Like, if it was like, oh, we're gonna kill Yuki, then I think he also would not want that and would also not, you know.
Well,
but I think the level of disgust that and like, you know, annoyance and anger that he's showing towards Shigure is like reflective of, you know, he's just being a manipulative asshole and like using people.
I think it's possible that because Hatori is also Yuki's doctor, and Yuki is being set up that he has like these health problems, and he gets sick all the time and like has to stay home from school and all that shit, that if it was known that his days were numbered and Shigure was going to use that to the advantage of the whole group, that Hatori would be reluctant, but as long as he wasn't fucking with their youth, like you say, then it would be different. And that's why he says he's not okay with his methods, but like at least he's trying to change something. So there I think there's some sacrifice, there's some downside to this that goes beyond, oh, they won't be friends anymore. You know, like there's some kind of significant stakes here that we still don't entirely understand. And we do know, for one thing, that violence can happen. People can get permanently maimed and injured and hospitalized and fucked up for life. So that's one thing. That's the highest that it's gone so far, is Hatori lost an eye. But it can go further than that. You know, who's to say it can't? People died in this show already.
Yeah.
So like, what I'm saying is, if you know, maybe Hatori, maybe Yuki's sickness is worse than we think, and Hatori knows the extent of
It's
that.
also, he hasn't been sick in a while, suspiciously.
He's been sick multiple times.
Yeah, but not in a while.
That's true. We've also been at this fucking house for like 4 episodes at this point, and there's a time skip. But yeah, he was sick twice in season 1. I think once really bad. There were a couple. I think they alluded to a couple other times, and there were a couple other times he felt under the weather.
Interested if he was more sick when he had been around Akito recently, and then now that he's away from him, he's a picture of health. I did want to say though, about what Akito said to Yuki. It seemed like he probably said something about like, you know, you're stupid for like being with Tooru and liking her and, you know, potentially being in love with her. Because then when he sees Kyou at the end and they're like hanging out and building sandcastles and being all cute with each other, then he's like, oh, and he's the most deluded of all. So
who's the most deluded of all?
Kyou. Akito said that about Kyou at the end of the episode. I think it, like, with Shigure, with what he wants, potentially, it seems to me Shigure is like he's like setting up and really like protecting, but also like not the situation with Yuki, Tooru, and Kyou, and, you know, helping them to have like relationships with each other.
What about Shigure with that? Shigure helping?
Shigure is promoting them, the three of them, to have relationships with each other.
To them, yes.
Yes, but then he invites Akito here, and
So he's causing conflict on purpose.
Yeah.
We knew that when he invited
Akito.
Akito.
I'm sorry. I'm just again trying to think of like what he is doing here. If he needs Akito to like do like, does he need Akito to do something? And he says like, oh, it's good to bring Akito here, just like stir everything up a bit, you know. And I wonder. I don't know.
But yeah, I think, like, obviously Shigure is trying to cause conflict on purpose, and
Yeah,
yep.
and how Akito shows up and he's like, oh, this guy's he's like, I don't care about him, but then he shows up, sees him with Tooru, and then is immediately like, invite him to my house, you know? Like, he's like, that stupid cat, I don't want him anywhere around here, he's a monster, he's terrible. And then
I think maybe what if Akito is hoping to like fucking hypnotize him or something and get him to kill Tooru or hurt Tooru or something?
I don't think so. I think that's taking it a little bit too far even for Akito.
Is it really taking it too far? He beats up children for fun.
I know, but the thing is I don't think he can do that while also maintaining to himself that he doesn't care about Tohru, you know? And he could erase her memory at any point, but he doesn't because he's, like, so convinced that she's not a threat.
Yes, that's true.
I guess that would be, like, probably the first time that the cat has been invited to something, like, since the dinner. Which is interesting. I don't know what it means. I don't know if Akito has the power to, like, invite Kyou into the... So, like, I don't know if he has the power to do that, and I don't know if he would know how to, even if he technically could.
I think that's why she was angry, because if she keeps... Rin herself keeps being all pissed off, and she's, like, kicking the sandcastles. She's like, fuck! God fucking damn it! I don't know why she would... She's like, God, I'm too late! Or something, or, like, I missed my chance.
I think she's just mad at herself, and I mean, she could be, but, like, my impression of her isn't really that she's on some sort of secret mission to assassinate Akito or anything like that. I think that she is just really depressed and possibly, you know, trying to protect Haru, but
why would she go out into the woods then?
Well, I think she is, like, her character is, you know, potentially, like, showing the contrast of, like, desperately wanting to be close to people, but also feeling like she has to distance herself to protect them, and, like, hating herself for hurting other people, but then also hating the fact that she wants things, and then she's wearing Toru's clothes, and she's, like, ripping them because she feels like Toru's, like, the perfect girl who gets to somehow, like, skate through everything without consequences. Like, Akito's not coming after her, and she's just doing whatever she wants. She's living in the house with everyone and having this big, you know, playing house and having this big happy family, essentially. Meanwhile, she is forced to push away everyone that she cares about and just be miserable all the time, and hates that she wants, like, kind of what Tohru has, and can't have it because or else she's putting people in danger.
Yeah.
It's,
I agree with all that, and I get all that. I just don't know why then she would go to the forest alone.
I think it...
and then tell everyone not to mention that she was there.
Well, that's what I was saying, is, like, she's embarrassed that she came. I think it's like she wants to go because she wishes that she could
you
just
think
be
it's
on
just she just wanted to have fun?
Like, I think it's like she went there, but she deep down knew that she couldn't join in and have fun, but she's, like, part of her wanted to, but then she hates herself for, like, wanting to go there and, like, thinking that it could ever turn out good. So then she doesn't want people to know that she's there because feels like she's just gonna ruin everything again.
So do you think that she fucked Shigure just to do it?
Well, I mean, it could be something else, but it also seems like it could just be...
Shigure was like, is this part of your scheme? He was alluding that there was a purpose to this.
Yeah. Well, I think part of that could be that she is, like, trying to move on from Haru, or trying to, like, do a bunch of stuff to, like, make herself undesirable, or, like, make her feel even shittier about herself than she already does. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a self-harm kind of situation.
Yeah. I could see that. But how's that a scheme? I wouldn't call that a scheme. Oh, is your plan to sully yourself? Is your master... You're such a mastermind, Green. Is your plan to whore around until you reduce your self-worth to the point where you don't feel good about yourself as a sort of form of punishment? You mastermind, you. I can't believe you thought of such a daring plan. The greatest minds have been toiling over this concept for thousands of years, and you've figured it out. All you have to do is have sex with your older cousin.
I feel
and then you'll be free.
The last few discussions have so many, like, clippable moments.
Yeah.
Of just you saying the most crazy thing, like, completely out of context. When you're like, come here, men.
Wait, what? When
you
was that?
said, like, last episode, come here, men, so I can have sex with you.
Yeah. Oh, and then, somebody was like, why are you doing this? To make love to you, fellow child, or whatever I said. Oh my god.
That was Invincible though, right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it
'cause
was
that-
Invincible. Yeah. That was Invincible. Yeah.
Well, wait. So that means that.
秋人さん
Oh, that's Toru talking. I got really confused for a second. Yeah, I guess we should just move on. We just burn our brains out trying to think about what Shigure's plan is.
I mean, he's just. It seems really like a little finger in Game of Thrones type thing where he just like sees an opportunity to kind of fuck things up and
just
he
does
takes it.
Yeah,
And
every time he takes it.
He just like, oh, you know, this person's here? Well, why don't I call up this character and get them to come over? Or, oh, this is happening? Why don't I show up and bring up, you know, our past? Or like, oh, Kyo's like kind of pissed off? Why don't I just completely rock his brain and make him remember that time that he, you know, got saved by Toru's mom and died in a car accident? You know, like, why don't I just bring that up? You know?
Yeah. Who do you ship Toru with more? Yuki or Kyou?
Honestly, Yuki.
Really?
Yeah, I think Kyou is making a lot of headway, but
You feel like Yuki's endgame?
no, because I think Yuki's gonna die. I think she'll probably end up with Kyou if she ends up with anybody, but I think that Yuki, her and Yuki feel the most sort of concrete. I think because of their past and the memories from the memory from when they were a kid. But I think Kyou is interesting as well. It's just I don't know what it is. I think it feels a little too. I mean, they're both kind of cliche in their own ways, but it just maybe it's because it's very Beauty and the Beast, and I'm just kind of like, I get it, you know.
Yeah.
Like the you know the right woman comes and tames the monster within, and then reveals the beauty within that person, whatever, and yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I ship Yuki and Kyou more.
Yuki
Like-
and Kyou.
Oh, no.
Me too. Oh my god.
Toru and Kyou more.
I bet Akito would have some things to say about that.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like I like their relationship more, and I'm not sure if that's just because Yuki still, like, even though in the last like 2 episodes he's like you know he I feel like with
Wait,
Yuki,
what was your, sorry, I
Yuki
misheard.
and Toru. I
You like Yuki and Toru more.
No, I like Kyou. I said this. I think you just stopped listening for a second. I said I like Yuki.
Yeah, it's my fault.
I'm not Yuki. I like
See? That's why I asked. I think you said it.
I like
I
Kyou
don't know
and
if you
Toru more because I feel that Yuki and Toru, I feel like their relationship is somehow like more developed and less developed at the same time. I feel like it's always like a big like romantic gesture with Yuki. I feel like it's always like him giving her like the present on the bridge and like having that like moment. It's him, you know, giving like a speech.
It feels like they're already together, basically.
Well, to me it feels like they're always having this and he is getting more relaxed around her, but he hasn't had like that. It doesn't feel like he's had like the same huge like release of emotion that Kyou has had with her, because I feel like she is more comfortable hanging out with just Kyou than she is hanging out with just Yuki. You know? Like I feel like she's more relaxed and like
I feel like Kyou is more relaxed.
I feel like they're both more relaxed.
I feel like Toru's the same no matter who she hangs out with. I don't see a difference in Toru's demeanor in anyone except for Akito's presence. She's the same with everybody. She's cheerful, she's clumsy, she's funny, she cries and like relates to them and hugs them and holds them. And she's kind. I think she's equally kind to everybody, and that's why she's a very wholesome character. So I don't see a difference between her, how she acts with how she acts with fucking Yuki and Kyou,
That's fair.
respectively. I think that I think that the fact, I think the idea that Yuki could be getting set up for death, kind of makes sense with what you said about how he's sort of how he is developed and underdeveloped at the same time, is because we aren't getting like development in their relationship. Like, we're getting a lot of movement and change and progression in the Kyou and Tohru relationship. And I think that the fact that Yuki and Tohru feels like sort of kind of the primary thing, despite the fact that it's less developed than Kyou after the finale of last season, I think that could play into a dramatic death for Yuki as well. Like, with his problems, or sacrificing himself for them and for their happiness. Maybe Yuki's starting to see that, like, they're getting closer and he's trying to, you know, help that out. And also, like, the whole fucking putting the hat on her head is within that interpretation means a lot more, especially because it's a blue hat. Sort of like inheriting his will, like I said. I don't know. I think that I think that it could fit. It all seems to fit for me really well, but we'll see how it goes.
We will find out. And there's only one way to find out. And that's to leave a like and subscribe on this video. You can check out our Patreon to get up to a month ahead on Uncuts and a week ahead on edited reactions. And you can have yourself a great day. Goodbye.